Hi people. Today I'm going to show you how I recycled the peonies from my daughter's garden. You don't have to just throw these flowers away. You can use these lovely petals to make a paper pulp for paintings and other art projects. So I waited until the flowers began to die off and the petals dropped, and then I just took the petals and I mixed them with computer paper that had been shredded. I guess you can use any kind of shredded paper for this project. And I cut those up even in tinier bits and put them with a little bit of water into my blender. And it's easier if you use the scissors to cut these little strips because they're stronger than what you think. Excuse me. So then you just turn the blender, put the lid on and turn the blender on and blend that until you have a nice fat pulpy medium to work with. And doesn't take much to do that, really. Depends on how thick you want it. This was perfect for what I needed it for. So then I took some of that and put it into a container, and I just make up a little bit at a time because I tried to store a whole bunch of it once and it gets moldy and kind of nasty, so you probably don't want to do that. Just make up enough batch for each project that you have. Then I'd kind of drained some of that water out so it wouldn't take as long to dry. And then I used a little bit of matte medium and a little bit of Elmer's glue mixed together to kind of give it a sticky consistency, so it will adhere to my canvas. But I bet you don't even need to use the matte medium. I just had it, so I used it. I bet Elmer's glue would work, or any kind of all-purpose white glue would work for this project. But I just put the two of them together and then mixed that up and mixed it together real well. And then after I got it mixed up, then I just decided where I wanted it on my canvas, and in this case I wanted it to be the center of the sunflowers. So I laid my canvas flat and I started putting that paper pulp mixture onto the flower middles. And then I took I wanted to add some more texture to this painting, so I took some, I think it's a vinyl, it'll show here in a second, a vinyl mixture from the hardware store, and I used that for the sunflower stems, a vinyl spackling, that's what it's called. And I use that for one of the stems to give that a little more texture, because I think the sunflowers, the stems are very important in sunflowers because they are very fat and they have these big veins running through them. So I thought that would work out fine. And then just to give the middle of the flowers just a little bit more texture and depth, I just took a ballpoint pen apart. Found things, people. They're artists' favorite things. Found things. And I just punched little indentations here and there around the flower middles. And then I just let it sit overnight, and the next day I like the colors in that. That's another thing. Sometimes you don't even need to use paints, depending on what your project is, because depending on what kind of papers and what kind of flowers you used, you can get some interesting results just with the paper pulp alone. So here I'm just kind of freeing up myself to get ready to paint this picture, and I'm going to show you the end result. I didn't tape the whole painting of it because I was moving in the process, and so I just waited till I got to my new place to finish it. I added even more texture on the bottom and I really like this texture. It almost makes the table that the flowers are sitting on look as if it's old wood of some sort. And I used a little more red in this painting than I normally use, but I was quite pleased with the results. It's mixed medium, as you can tell, and I used some oil pastels, and here I put some gold leaf on the vase, and it looks really nice at night when like the moonlight shines on the vase. And there's just an up close of the flower. This is a commission work done for Mary, and you know who you are, and I hope you like it. And if you don't like this one, please be honest. I can always make another one for you. So that's it, people. Hope you enjoyed the little how-to video. Recycle, people. It's fun and it's important. Use everything you can. Bye.